Dog sled racing, or dog sled mushing, is truly a culture for those involved in the sport. Ken here is not only involved in the sport, but you are a true road warrior. You drove all the way up here from Michigan?
Correct.
How long did that take you?
6 days of icy roads, snow, you name it, it's on the road.
Describe the whole culture behind dog sled racing and tell us about the different types of dog sled racing.
There's many types of racing, but generally what we're familiar with is the sprint racing, where the dogs run a faster pace, shorter distance, and then the Iditarod, which is more famous, longer distance racing, shorter speed.
Walk us through what you do to harness the dogs up, get ready for the race.
The dogs, we take them out of the dog hauler, we put the harnesses on them, and then we'll connect them to the gang line. And then once they're connected, say all right, and we're gone.
Well, the dogs and the mushers are on their way from Anchorage to Nome, and our Rondy festivities day just is getting started with some vintage snow machines. Next, I get to dive in with the locals for a snowball fight. Then I'm gonna run with the reindeer. We'll end our day at a very colorful miners and trappers ball. It's gonna be a great day, loaded with lots of activities. We're gonna have a lot of fun. After all, this is Mardi Gras for Anchorage. I'm with Chris and Craig, and we're going to learn about vintage snow machines. My first question, guys, how old does it have to be considered vintage?
Has to be older than 84. No Springer front ends.
So what's this? You guys all get together and bring out the old vintage snow machines. How did this come about?
Well, vintage snowmobiling is really taking a turn and coming back alive again. Craig here has done a great job of getting it organized here in Alaska again and putting on races and stuff and digging all this stuff out of the barn and putting it together and going out and having a great time with it. It's become a great spectator sport.
Pretty cool seeing you out there having fun today. This is kind of fun. How long have you been riding this bad boy?
I think 2 years.
This feels like a NASCAR car or something. How many sponsors do you have, man?
More than 11. I can't count them all.
So you race? This is what you do for your job?
Yeah.
Does that mean you make money doing this thing too?
Yeah.
What advice would you give kids who want to get involved in riding snowmobiles or snow machines?
Ask your parents, get money.
And then if you're really good, like this guy, get sponsors and make your own money and get your own machines, right?
Yep.
So this is pretty much vintage snow machine heaven right here. These three captured my eye, and this one's yours.
Yeah.
Tell us about this one.
It's a 1968 Boland's Diablo Rouge, made by FMC Corporation.
We're having a blast. We're off to a snowball fight right now with the locals.
Giddy up.
Thanks, man.
I'll do my snow thing right here.
Perfect. We'll see you later.
All right.
I grew up in snow country, and of course we had snowball fights all the time, but they're taking it to a new level here at the Rondy today. We're going to be participating in Yuki Gassen, which is some pretty serious stuff. I see helmets over there. Carrie, what is Yuki Gassen?
Yuki Gassen is Japanese for snow battle, and it's a sport that started about 20 years ago. It's a combination of dodgeball, paintball, with snowballs, and a lot of fun.
Somebody's out.
That was quick.
You played capture the flag as a kid and snowball fights as a kid, and this is a perfect combination of both. So.
We don't have a costume for tonight's ball, but I did pick up some moose antlers for the running of the reindeer. Maybe they'll think I'm one of them and they won't trample me. It's total pandemonium down here. We have some amazing costumes, far exceeded what we expected, and the race is about to start. lot of fun. The closest I've ever gotten to reindeer in downtown Anchorage. What a cool event. Coming up, the Miners and Trappers Ball. We're at the Miners and Trappers Ball, kicking it off with the beard contest. Later, we have a costume contest, and there are some mighty colorful people in the room tonight. This is a very important festival to the state of Alaska and, of course, to Anchorage. Tell us why.
In the beginning, it was a time for the miners and trappers to come back to town and kind of replenish their supplies and trade their goods and just get together and celebrate the beginning of the end of winter.
Tell us what happened last night to bring all this snow in.
Well, we closed down the streets. There are miles of snow fencing that go up and truckloads of snow that come in. And you know, what other city brings snow into the streets?